Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. So in today's card making video, we're going to be playing with our washi tape again. And I've got some different washi tapes here. Some are from the washi tape shop, some are from Funky Fossil Designs. They're all different widths, as you can see. And you really want a variety of widths of washi tape for the technique that I'm going to be sharing with you today. So I've gone ahead and cut myself a piece of white cardstock. This is measuring about 4.5 inches by 6.5 inches. We're going to be die cutting from the panel, and I'm going to be making a 5x7 card today. So you want to make sure that whatever card panel you're starting with your washi tape is going to fit on the card size that you're making. And so all I'm going to do is cover that card panel in the different strips of washi tape, and I'm going to vary the sizes as we go up the panel. So I've started with a really wide tape from Funky Fossil Designs, and then I'm coming in with these thin strips of washi tape from the washi tape shop. And I'm trying to choose colours that are going to match well next to each other. So there's quite a lot of colour in the Funky Fossil tape, which means that I've got a wide variety of colours that I can use to add to the rest of the panel. But you want to make sure that the colours are all going to work well together. Also, because of the technique that I'm going to share with you today, I am mindful that I need to use darker colours of washi tape, because the technique just doesn't work very well if you use lighter colours of washi tape. I did try it out on another panel off camera and it just didn't show up the technique very well at all. So you want to use your more bolder, brighter colours of washi tape for this technique. So once that card panel is finished, I'm going to then just peel it up carefully from off of my desk, and then I'm just going to fold over all of those ends of tape behind that card panel. You could of course cut them off with your scissors if you prefer, but I just find it a lot easier just to fold them over, stick them down to the back of the card, and then you're just good to go. So there's our gorgeous multicoloured washi tape panel that we've created. So next what I'm going to do is bring in an embossing folder. This is the tapestry embossing folder from Gina K Designs. It's got lots of lovely detail. It's a standard 2D embossing folder. And I was going to emboss it first, but of course we don't want to do that because we're going to die cut from it. So before we go ahead and emboss the panel, I'm going to take out these Spellbinders dies. These are the Essential Stylish ovals, and they're a really unique shape, but of course you could use whatever shape dies you've got in your stash. It doesn't have to be these ones. Any shape will work. So once I've die cut that out of the panel, you could definitely keep the scrap for later. So I'm going to pop that to one side. And then I'm going to pop that oval into the embossing folder, and we'll run that through our die cutting machine. And this is why you need to kind of die cut your shape first of all. Otherwise, all the embossing that you've done would get removed when you run it through the die cutting machine. So make sure you cut out your shape first. And then you'll see that the pattern is not overly visible on the washi tape. And this is where the technique comes in. So you can see the texture in real life. It is subtly there on the washi tape. You can just about see it on the camera. But what we're going to do is bring in some sanding paper. Now, I've just pulled a scrap of sandpaper out of my husband's toolbox. This is just a fine grade of finishing paper, but I know there are sanding blocks on the market, so I'll link to some of those in the description box below. If you do decide to give this a go with some sandpaper that you've got in your stash at home in a toolbox, then definitely choose a finer grade of sandpaper. If it's too coarse, it's going to rip your cardstock, and obviously you don't want that. So a fine grade of sandpaper is best for this, but as I said, there are tools on the market for paper crafters, so I'll link to some of those below. But what the sandpaper is doing is it's taking off that layer of washi tape from the raised areas from the embossing folder, and it's really enhancing that design. And I just think it looks really, really good. It's a great way of getting some more use out of the washi tapes that you've got in your stash, particularly if they're bright and bold colours like these, and sometimes you may be not sure how to use them. This is a great way of just creating something a little bit different with your tape. So I've brought in a side folding 5x7 card blank, and I'm just going to add some foam tape to the back of the oval. Just want to add a little bit of dimension because I really want the washi tape panel that we've created to stand out, and it's going to be the main focal point on the card. So I'm going to add some liquid glue as well to the back of that foam tape, just so that I've got a little bit of wiggle room and can make sure it's nice and centered on the card. And just remember, if you don't have any foam tape in your stash, then you can definitely make use of those white card scraps as well to add dimension. Now I've got this Cheerful flower die from Kristina Werner from the Concord and 9th range that she's got there. And I'm going to use that as my focal image on my card front. And it took me a while of just playing around to work out which would be better, but I do decide that the black solid flower and the white outline looks best, just because you've got a little bit more contrast. I'm going to just attach the flower down using some liquid glue. Of course, if I die cut it with double-sided adhesive sheets, then that would have been easier to stick it down to as well. But I do prefer using liquid glue. I just feel that it's a little bit more forgiving. You've definitely got a little bit more time just to move things around and get it right. And on fiddly dies like this, you really want to make sure that it's all lined up nice and straight. So I definitely prefer the liquid glue for that. Before I stick it down on my card, I'm going to play around with some of these sentiments from the Checking In stamp set, also part of the same range from Concord and 9th by Kristina Werner. Now in the back of this packet I've got loads of stamped and die cut sentiments ready to go, and I'm just going to play around with the layout and just work out which sentiment would look best on the card. I do decide to go with the very first sentiment that I just showed there, which says "You are loved," but it definitely just takes me a minute to work out that that's the one that looked best on the card. So I'm going to glue the flower down nice and flat to the centre of that oval. Again, I'm just using some liquid glue here. And I do decide to add some foam tape to the back of the sentiment, again, just to give it a little bit of dimension. Now, as you can see, I'm almost out of tape on this roll, and that last little bit has been stuck to the cardboard. So instead of wasting it, I'm going to peel it off and I'm just going to glue it down with some liquid glue, and then I can just remove the release tape to stick the sentiment down onto the card. So I definitely didn't want to waste any of the foam tape that was left on that roll. Now, once I've stuck that down, I am just going to add a few little flat back sequin just to finish off the card. And these are from A Colour for Life Designs. These are matte black. So I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. I'm just using a wax pencil to help me manoeuvre all of the sequins around, add some liquid glue, and then that is the finished card for today. So thank you so much for joining me. As always, all the products that I've used will be linked in the description box below. Please don't forget to leave me a comment, and don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It really helps me out. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, then please consider subscribing, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.